Planetarium Podcast, episode 22. This is your host, Bubba Rude, with Fully and Dale the Impaler, and special guest today, Connor Rose. Welcome, Connor.
Hey.
So,
Connor,
how did everybody's weeks go? Start with you, Fully.
Bike was good. I went down to the Grover reunion down in central Alberta, just east of Black Falls, with Jan's cousin, the Cheshires. But the the Sons pulled it off at their house, so it's kind of a big deal. It's the next generation stepping up. The 19 to 26-year-olds. They put the soiree together and did a fucking bang up job. They got out there Friday, and they went paintballing. And my one nephew, while the safety guy was doing his shit, on the table, showed him the video. Don't point it directly in people's faces or anywhere else, and always act as if the gun is loaded and the safety's off. And he put the pistol that he was demonstrating with on the table. And then he went out to do something, and my one little nephew grabbed it. The other nephew sit beside him, pointed right at his junk, and pulled the trigger, and fucking paintball came out like point blank in Buddy's fucking cock and balls. So always make sure that gun is you respect it. But he didn't die though. I thought for sure fucking a paintball that close to the fucking junk would do you in.
oh my god!
And then
Is that a threat? Like that actually could happen? It could kill you?
I don't know, blow up your ball.
Yeah, I don't think that kill you though. It just fucking hurt real bad.
Would you rather have a blown up ball or die?
Well,
Tough
I'd
one.
rather have a. I think I'd probably be. I wouldn't be okay with it. Like I'm not. This is not me going. Yeah, I'd take a blown up ball any day. But I think that in the grand scheme of life, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I survived that. Also, I'd hate my cousin for the rest of his life, and I would
It was
visit
pretty good.
right on the regular. Yeah.
Well, that part of the family, that side of the family, though, it's pretty regular to, scare the shit out of people or fucking maim people or all out of good fun though. Nobody has malice in their thoughts. It's anything to get a laugh, and people like to laugh at other people's pain. So that family likes inducing pain to others for the laugh, which I enjoy as well. But yeah, I went there, hung out there, didn't get to golf or nothing. It rained pretty much the whole time. My daughter had the plague there, old TT. So she barely.
Sounds like you got it.
I got it now, yeah. I inherited the plague as well. It's about a 2 dare, and I felt shit yesterday. Super shitty today. So hopefully by tomorrow. Everything. I've drove to Grand Prairie too both days, just fucking dying and coughing and farting and just gross.
Ew.
Then we came home, and other than that, not much else to say. A little bit of fucking fun with the Grovers, who are always fucking fun, and see some people that you haven't seen, see some people that might not make it to the next fucking reunion, so that's good. Other than that, what happened to you this week, Dale?
Well, what I did this week, it was I golfed terribly. Good God. There's a little course here called Glacier Greens, and I'm gonna call it, I don't know. It eats my balls. It really eats them. I mean, I and they don't have how I like to buy the
Does it
used
just
scrap
eat
balls
them
'cause I always
gently,
lose them.
Dale, though? Or does it
No,
gobble
it doesn't.
right
It takes
down?
them it just takes them down like one water trap after the other, forests, grass up to your eyeballs. Anyway, I think I spent $20 on balls because I had to buy like a whole box of balls. I didn't have.
You're buying like $1 balls probably too.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ! I couldn't. I went through 5 boxes of balls, and whatever else was in my bag. I had to borrow a ball for the last hole.
Like 60 balls, like 5 dozen or 5 threes?
No, 5 threes. So that's 15.
Oh.
Plus
That-
I had a
that-
bunch. Plus I had a
Doug-
bunch of loose ones in my bag. Probably another 9 in there, maybe 10.
The other called is the box is what, like 4 sleeves of balls come in, so it's a sleeve.
That's right. A sleeve.
So
There it
you
is.
5 sleeves and 9 balls, so it's at 15, 24. It's pretty good, buddy.
I know. I was like,
That's,
the fuck?
that's a
Anyway,
record-breaking round, man.
It was brutal. It was just like every hit. Well, that's gone. Yep. Yeah, I did. So whatever. That was entertaining. A lot of beach time because
You're on the
last week of
beach.
the beach. Last week of the beach. This is it. One
Ta-
song.
Take advantage of it, right?
Yep.
You guys catch like any crabs or anything live in the tide pools or anything like that?
They're out. I was, you know what? Like I'm kind of outgrown capturing small crabs and torturing them in a bucket, but they're definitely out there. Our dog will not go past the tide line because when the tide's way out, there's like, you know, I don't know, razorback clams and other things that they'll squirt when you step on the sand. And
An
like,
octopus buried.
yeah, well, there was a dead octopus out there last week, but that's been eaten by eagles. Eagles and turkey vultures got it. It's kind of cool. But anyway, so the dog and on the very first like week that we were here, big tide out, we were all walking out on the beach, dogs with us, happy as heck, gets squirted like right in the eye by like a clam, and freaks out, but gets over it. Takes another step, something squirts in her bum, and she just loses it, runs off the beach back to the house, and has never gone past the tide line since. Can't make her
Sounds
do
like, it sounds like a bad like casting couch video for a porn. Fucking clam squirted somebody in the eye, and then they get some squirt out of their bum, and that's it's Dale's casting couch.
Yeah,
Volume
no.
volume 7.
Dog. Yeah, dog does the beach. Anyway,
Well, it's not doing porn. I can't handle it. So
yeah, it's not porn. Sadly, no.
no, doesn't have it in him.
And other than that, pretty chill week.
Nice.
4 more days, and I'm going on 3 weeks holiday, so that's pretty exciting.
What are you gonna do?
I got to move out of here, which is kind of a shit, but that's happening. Got a lot to do because it's a fully, it's got all the stuff in it, so it's mostly not our stuff, clothes and stuff. But then we're going to Toronto for a wedding, and taking the kid to school, and then coming home.
Nice.
It worked out well, eh? Go see a wedding and drop the fucking young one off at university. It's good. It's good.
Good combination.
And got a 4-day rental at a Airbnb with like a bunch of us that are going to the wedding. So there's 6 of us all staying in the same place. That'll be real fun for a few days.
All
and they're
relatives?
friends of mine. Yeah, they've been my friends since I was 13.
Nice.
So there was 4 of us that have been buddies since that age, and one of them's getting married. It's his second time around, but that's okay.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Bubba, you, what the fuck's up with you this week?
Oh, this week we just had a 50th wedding anniversary for Blaine and Donna Massey, good friends of the family, and had a good. Basically, spent the whole weekend out there doing that. Had dinner in the main.
Is that at One
event on
Island?
Saturday. No, it was over at Kilkerran.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice up there.
Yeah, and then
That's a great name.
Kilkerran.
I actually drove by that.
Kilkerran.
Oh, did you?
Little Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
there was a ton of RVs there.
Yeah, there was a ton of people there too. So
so the 50th wedding anniversary, they had to be in their 70s, right?
not quite.
Oh,
He's 68.
Who's 69.
No, Blaine's 68. I think he turned 69 this year though.
so he'd be just about 19, and the woman, what was she like?
About the
14?
same age. They're the same age.
Oh.
So
Which was rare back then.
Yeah.
Okay, here's probably not an appropriate question, but do you think 50th anniversary, couple glasses of wine? Do you think they went back and smashed?
oh, I think so. It's fairly safe.
And if they was it out at their place, or was
Yeah,
everybody
well,
collected
the hall
in
was
RVs?
over across the street across the road
okay.
from their house. So
Oh, that's
They
too bad,
probably were.
because it
They
would've-
probably were too horned up. Just did it right in the bathroom of the hall. 2 old fucking Geritol blue hairs, skin hanging down, just fucking going at it.
bopping the floors with his nards.
Couple blue pills.
yeah,
You
the
know
other-
what's great is that little blue pill cures everything, man. It doesn't matter how old you are.
Dancer.
Put you back up like a young sapling.
Just like young sapling.
Sounds
What
like
else,
Dale's
Bubs?
got the experience.
No. He's the Impaler and the Rager. That's his two nicknames.
The only other thing happened this week was Mum sold Dad's coronet and
Mm,
had to shed a little tear when it left because
absolutely.
car.
It's touched a lot of families. My daughter, that was her graduation car.
well, yeah, and I was going to take Rylan next year in it for hers, so
Yeah.
now I'll have to
That
find
sucks.
something else. So.
You better fix up yours that you've got half done for the last however many years.
Yeah, there's two of them that are like that. So
I'll just wait for Rosie to grab a vet here after Christmas and just
Oh,
put the top down and have 2025 fucking smoking ass vet.
That'd be nice.
Committing to that, Rosie?
no, it's,
No.
you'll get like a 93 Plymouth Laser.
Laser.
What I have. That's my
The
first car.
hatchback, the laser.
How
These
about
were-
an 86K car?
Wasn't it like the Dodge? What was it? Was it the Dodge laser or the Chrysler laser? What did you say it was?
Plymouth.
I had a Plymouth Laser.
Plymouth laser.
Plymouth
Because
laser.
there was, yeah, because wasn't it? There was like the laser and there's one that looked just like it.
Eagle Talon.
Eagle Talon.
Yeah. No, was it
Good
Talon?
stuff.
I thought it was like that. Fucking, it had like the louvers on the back window.
Daytona.
The Daytona. That's exactly what it was.
Oh, the Daytona is actually based
Yeah.
on the K car, whereas the Laser and the Talon are based off of a Mitsubishi. I forget the model, but yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. But just the Daytona and the laser look a lot alike.
Yeah.
They had that little square boxy front end and like the fucking that would be like a 70-degree angle in the front.
Hatchback.
Hatchback, that's right.
Yeah.
Did you have the louvers on the hatchback?
No, but
Those
I
are-
had the turbo in the front that had
Yeah.
like the bump
Oh,
on.
Yeah, the little bump.
Yeah.
Didn't have the little spoiler on the back?
Yeah, it
did,
did.
It did have the little
Yeah.
spoiler, yeah.
Was it black? Because they were all black or blue or dark blue or something.
Burgundy.
Mine was like red.
Yeah, the
Like,
red burgundy.
Yeah,
That's
the red,
like
the
that
dark.
The Calgary
Okay.
Flames red.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, it was hot red.
It was that,
Oh, it's
yeah.
like red.
Right.
Okay.
I've seen the burgundy ones. It's like a dark, deep red almost.
Yeah.
Burgundy. Raw and burgundy.
Well, how about
Okay.
you there, Mr. Rosie? How was your week?
it was good. I went to work on Thursday, and tomorrow's my last day. Had a little
Like forever?
wild night on Friday. I had some neighbors. They're old, and they end up getting put in the old folks' home. And what was it? Their kids ended up renting the house out, and they brought in some crackheads. And
It's good for property value.
SWAT came to my house
Oh,
on Friday and did a raid.
on your house?
Well, next
With you?
door.
The neighbors.
Next door.
Yeah,
Oh,
the neighbor.
Oh,
yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, it was Delta Police.
Delta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from Vancouver, and they did a big raid in Chetwynd and Tumbler as well.
Oh, they
Holy
knew someone's
crap.
up.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody's getting a shipment in that day of something. Money, guns.
Yeah. So,
Drugs.
and
So-
then they
Care
were
Bears.
moving out.
You're moving out, that's it?
Yeah.
Enough?
They moved out.
Oh, they moved out, so they're not there to be
Did
arseholes.
did they get arrested to move out, or they just moved out?
Well, they arrested 8 people because
Okay.
back early June, SUV came up into their driveway and ended up shooting like 4 shots
Into the
Holy
house.
cow.
into another vehicle there.
In Dawson, we call that Tuesday. It's not a big deal.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Fucking the Wild West is fucking got nothing on Dawson Creek.
That's terrible.
Yeah, well, that was pretty wild. But last day tomorrow, and then I'm off for 3 weeks.
Last Wednesday, your brother and your buddy came out. You guys go out and spin one out or just relax?
He actually had his golf clubs. He was heading out to Kitimat or something like that to do some working.
Oh, nice.
So we ended up just taking him out, and we ended men's night that night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he
Sweet.
wanted to golf, but
That's all right then.
yeah, it was good.
Good to see him before he heads fucking north. How often do you get to see that cat?
Well, he's usually around Rocky,
Yeah.
like most of the time. So whenever I go back, I see him. So a couple times a year.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Rocky Mountain House, that's where Tarnowski's from.
Yeah.
Tarnowski.
So his younger brother, I played baseball with him,
Oh, did you?
and then I was first year Pee Wee, he was second year Pee Wee, and we played a year of hockey together. So
Nice.
I know his brother, and then they have another brother, Paul, and we were playing Pee Wee's Sherwood Park, and his brother Paul fought a dad on the other team. And
Fought a dad on the other team?
And they beat us 2-1 with like 12 minutes left.
Oh
And
god.
they called the tournament. It was for the finals.
They called
And
it.
they're just like, okay, Sherwood Park won.
Fight in the stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighting in the stands.
It's no good. Well, he was probably mad at the guy's pace of play, right? Just fuck you. Get
Oh,
moving, guy.
100%.
I'm in an arena. I don't care. Pace of play. Get moving, fucker.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's pretty funny. I listened to the Chicklets podcast there with him as the guest, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
You could tell the guy wanted no part of it. Yeah, but he enjoyed it too in the same breath. Right? You know, if you get that, a little bit of hockey aggression, that creeps back in, even though you're fucking, 60, 70, I'm pretty sure. I remember with the CFL guys, they had that fucking Hall of Fame thing, and Buddy was like 80 and got up and beat the other fucking football player with his cane because he didn't like him from back from like 1936.
I remember that. That was on TSN.
Yeah, it's awesome. But he gets up with his cane and just starts smoking him.
Oh, that's
Like
hilarious.
a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, CFL Hall of
induction or
Fame.
something, and then Buddy goes up and just starts hitting him.
Gives him the Dumb and Dumber right in the back of the legs. Just whack with the fucking cane. That's pretty. No, but it was a good interview. It was, like I said, you could tell he didn't want no part of it. I guess I got a buddy who knows that family, or knows people that knows that family that the guy got thundered. He's from Red Deer. And I guess, yeah, he's been a yappy fucker his whole life, so probably somebody just yapped too much. He's probably got a couple beatings in his life. So he took a pretty good punch. Right? Bang, bang. He was taking this, and Buddy wasn't twisting it into it. He was hitting hard, but he could have killed that guy. But Buddy took him, got right back up, and started lipping again. It was pretty good. Just glad that the Tarnowski there didn't get any trouble with the cops, or social media didn't fucking crucify him. He was quite a bit bigger, but you could tell that guy's being a dickhole. So, I think the guy that got smoked too, I don't know if he's reached out or whatever, but I think he did an apology video saying that it was his fault. He was, fucking has troubles or whatever. So he owned it. It worked out perfect. Some guy fucking getting fucking tough. Guy gets beat up, doesn't fucking sue, doesn't act like a shitball, just says I was wrong, and you move on. Even Tarnowski's like, don't beat the guy up anymore. Like, fuck, he served his time.
He owned it.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I guess we can move on to a topic that I know is near and dear to at least a couple of our hearts for sure. That's the sad passing of Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. What do you guys want to say about that?
When I grew up listening to music, 53 years old, listened to the Beach Boys, Elvis, because that's what mom, then I got to Carly Simon, Bob Dylan, whatever. Then I went to like Led Zeppelin, Heart, that kind of rockin' band. And then about that time is when Blizzard of Oz, no, it was later than that. Sorry, it was the 80s. Then, yeah, 80s. and it was like poppy music all over the place. And my one buddy showed me Black Sabbath or whatever, fell in love with that. And then Ozzy did the Blizzard of Oz album and bought it. Was like the third album. I think I had ZZ Top, Solid Gold, and then it was Ozzy Blizzard of Oz. And I that thing on my cassette, I wore that cassette right out. Like fucked it right up. It wasn't usable because I'd listened to that. It was one of the best albums still.
Yeah, my uncle Wade introduced me to them when I was, I don't know, 10, 12, somewhere in there.
Is that after you guys were wrestling Shirts and Skins or before?
No.
No.
That is the uncle that my neighbors thought kind of looked like Hulk Hogan, though. So,
Oh, this guy.
because he was, you know, he had the fucking cul-de-sac on top and had the long blonde mullet on the back and the big handlebar mustache, and he did kind of look a little bit like a skinnier Hulk Hogan, but pretty funny. Anyway, he introduced me to them and Led Zeppelin, and you know, he was a huge fan of Jimmy Page and Plant, and just Ozzy. Didn't matter what it was, whether it was Black Sabbath or whether it was him in a solo career afterwards. You know, he was just tickled when Ozzy got back together with the rest of the Black Sabbath guys later on. So that
Like
was
he was like shock Rocky before Marilyn Manson. Like everybody thought he was
Oh.
such a crazy fucker. No. You had old Alice Cooper and you had Ozzy Osbourne. But the thing, Ozzy could sing. Alice Cooper couldn't sing. He was all about the image and a good tune and a good lick. Couldn't sing worth shit, but Ozzy could belt.
absolutely a completely unique voice, and you
Yeah.
know, saw a bunch.
It's like-
there's been a bunch of stuff on about him the last day and a half here, and it's
I would put it like this. You know the fat singer off of Bare Naked Ladies with the glasses? Now he's kind of skinny, but remember that?
Yeah.
That guy's voice doing metal and screaming as hard as he can. You got Ozzy Osbourne's voice. Telling you.
that's fair.
He could slow it down too.
Yeah, fuck.
That's what I loved. Like he had
Mr.
like,
Crowley.
some of his best songs were just
Yeah.
like ballads and
With Lita Ford. What was that one?
Close My Eyes Forever.
That's forever. Mama, I'm coming home.
Yeah.
No, Ozzy,
And
he
even
was
the-
there.
And even the start of most of his metal, you know, the early Black Sabbath stuff's not a real high-paced music or anything. It's slower.
Oh,
You know, later on, absolutely, it's sped up. And
Black Sabbath, the godfathers of metal. Don't care what anybody says.
100% they are. I mean, who was doing it before them? Realistically, who had any real success with it before them?
There was lots of hard guitar, fast guitar, but there wasn't that bass line with that fucking low chord.
The complete package that they put together, right?
Yeah, simple ass music.
Yeah,
but good. Simple's sometimes just the best.
Well, and their guitar sound came from Tony Iommi, and he lost his fucking fingertips in a accident at a mill, and literally ended up making plastic fucking fingers, and then he couldn't press so hard on the strings, so he actually detuned his guitar and swapped over to a much lighter string for all of them, and that's how they ended up with that sound that they got.
Shit, Bubba.
It's crazy,
Pretty
isn't
deep
it?
shit.
That's deep. That's some deep cuts, man. I did not know that.
All right, let's move from the Aussie thing with everybody's favorite Aussie song. Dale, go.
You guys already said it. Mama,
Mama coming home.
coming home. Yep, that's the one. I like that one quite a bit, actually.
Rosie.
I'd probably say Goodbye to Romance.
Fuck you, I
I
love
love
the ballad.
And
And
the cool thing about Ozzy was in 2008 when I was 15, that was the first concert I've ever been to.
Oh,
It was
really?
in Edmonton.
Oh,
Nice.
really? Oh, is that right? Okay.
Hey, what's your first concert? Ozzy.
It was I Don't Want to Stop To, and it was with my dad and Rob Zombie opened for him.
Rubs on bonus.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Zombie.
that was
I
unreal.
would've- Actually, I really would have liked to watch that concert. I like
Rob Zombie was great.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah. Bubba?
Oh, tough, but probably Paranoid. I'm an old school.
That's a beautiful song. Makes me cry.
Harry Mansion.
Yeah,
So many good ones though. Like it's hard to pick. So, but
I'm going to be the gayest guy here, and it is still one of the best songs ever written. Is Crazy Train from start to
Train.
finish. It is
Oh.
it is a masterpiece.
1980.
Fuck, I don't even know the year. What year did Crazy Train come out?
Don't know.
Who's the fast on the phone? Go.
1980.
Rosie Ken.
Rosie's right.
Fucking, I'm not questioning anymore, Rosie. Not questioning it anymore. So, Bubba, should we get into Rosie
Absolutely.
before we get into hockey?
Yes, absolutely. Let's go ahead. Talk
Because Rosie's not really part of hockey. He played. But he's not really part of hockey. But let's get him in there.
All right.
How do we know him? Bubba?
Roll. Mr. Rosenthal there played for us for 3 years. And
3.5.
3.5. Okay, we'll go 3.5 then.
Yeah.
When we were coaching the Dawson Creek Junior Canucks.
Yep.
And certainly endeared himself to us by this style of play. Definitely played a very hard-nosed type of hockey. Always first man in on the puck. Little toucher on the net sometimes. Pretty solid player.
Very fucking nice of you, Bubba. It's like, pretty solid player. That's all anybody wants to ever hear. Pretty good.
Thank you.
Rosie, you were playing against our opposition, the battle across the river. Fort St. John, the mortal enemies of Dawson Creek, and back and forth.
Yeah.
And you were playing there. But before that, let's dial it back. Where did you play your minor hockey? Where'd you start?
Well, I grew up in Chetwynd, and I moved away when I was 8.
I got a question though before you move on.
Yeah.
Was the toe drag ingrained in you by 8? The Chetwynd toe drag?
I moved away before the toe drag was ingrained.
I kind of know that from the way you played. You're a much more efficient stick handler than just the toe drag. So, no, sorry. Please go on.
Yeah. No, the toe drag wasn't in me yet. But yeah, and then I grew up in Rocky Mountain House. Played all my minor hockey there.
Until
I played my first year midget U16 AAA in Camrose.
Camrose. What were they called? Remember?
Camrose Kodiaks.
Yeah, that's what I said. Just so you played AAA, and then where'd you go from there?
I went back and played just midget AA my second year.
Your 17-year-old year?
Nope, my 16.
Oh, right. 15, 16.
Yeah. And then my 17-year-old year, I moved to Fort St. John and started playing Junior B there.
Nice.
So I played 5 total years Junior B.
Yeah. So you played a year, then you came halfway through your second.
Yes.
Yes.
And they got new coaches, and that's why.
Didn't work out.
No. And it was funny because the week before we had that line brawl against you guys.
Yeah, the odd one.
Me and Brody fought center ice. And then later I was on his line.
And probably better for it. Like, can you imagine you guys had to fight like 2 or 3 times a year? That'd be
Cool.
You guys would kill each other. Like, you're both the same. Brewster, I've seen that kid get his nose broken in a fight, not even fucking move, just keep fucking throwing. I've seen you get fucking hit, or just the laugh comes in. It's good night, Irene. It's good night, Irene. I've seen it, right? On the ice, off the ice, wherever. It's good. Now you played for us for sure. You obviously Hard made you the captain, right? Guys made you the captain. We made you the captain. Yeah, that thing doesn't matter what league you're playing. If you follow a guy, you follow a guy, and guys loved you. So no, that's a compliment. Bubba, what else do you think about the old Rosenthal?
Oh, I think a lot of the guy. He's a good kid who isn't such a kid anymore.
He's got 2 kids.
2 kids.
2 kids. 2 beautiful kids, I will add, Rose.
Yes.
Nice work. You not only do you get calves on the ground, they're like show calves. So nice.
Exactly.
It's funny, all 4 of us, we could never get deep enough.
No,
On the-
I told you, 3 Smarties high. Happy to get there.
Yeah. So
So what?
I don't know. What
Where are we going now?
what do you think is your biggest accomplishment in hockey, Rosie?
Honestly, like for me, it's not even the accomplishments of like on the ice or whatever. It's kind of more like the people I've met, and like I've known you and Foley for. Well, I met you at 18, so I'm 32, 14 years.
14 years. 14 great years.
And I'm still, having beers with you guys, every so often.
Well, it's
And-
it's funny when I started, my coaching career. I did AAA down in the States, and I was just kind of an assistant. I was more of a show them, a new drill or talk, whatever it was. But when I first got a full-time coaching thing where it actually mattered, did the Wheatland double 18 midget, and hard first year, great second year. But when I got here, I had opportunities to coach other places, but my work took me here and coach the junior Canucks. Was still an unbelievable experience that I've had. And when the opportunity came to get this fucking, 5'10" and a half,
5'7".
5'7".
5'7". I was
Fucking
like
kid.
5'10" and a half. I don't remember Rosie being anywhere near as tall as
Oh,
me, but okay.
I'm 5'8", like 185 when I play.
Yeah. And one thing you forgot to say about Rosie's snapshot, like one of the quickest releases, banger. Like, you got a good shot off the wing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got Rosie. It wasn't very hard because you, like I said, he terrorized our team. So anybody terrorizes your team, you get them on your team.
Yeah,
It's a good move.
absolutely. Yeah. Happy to have him too. Happy to not have to play against him, much less the bonus that he brought to the team itself.
Right.
It was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it, and like we kind of had to play up.
Yeah.
Whatever, like the players we had, like I had to play like a first, second line role where I would have fit perfectly in a third line
At that time.
at that time. And then just like penalty kill. I loved shutting down the opposition. I had no issues being on the power play. Like I shouldn't have been on there.
I just remember.
Maybe 2.
It's fully.
Maybe 2.
Fully. The guys should be on the power play. You don't remember this? They should be on the power play. We're in here. I'm like, yeah, for sure. You got to find your fucking way onto doing something consistently. You snipe the puck, good hands, fast hands. It was all about decision making. Where you put the puck. But you figured that out.
Oh yeah.
So, the years that you played with us, what was the most embarrassing moment that you had to endure from your coaches? Because we were kind of embarrassing.
Embarrassing?
Yeah, either,
Ooh.
on the bench, in the room, hanging out in the garage.
Do you remember when Bubba rolled in like second intermission and we had the garbage can in the middle?
Yeah.
And he just lost it and kicked it. and it went all over Ryan
Yeah.
McCallum, and he had chew spit all over him,
Oh
all
God.
over his jersey,
Oh.
everything.
Hey, that's not
God.
Bubba's fault. I remember that game. I'm like, Bubba, they're not listening to me anymore. I'm not a screamer and a yeller. Get in there and go old school. And I knew he was either gonna fucking chuck sticks at people, kick the old garbage can, just as old school as you can get. But it was pretty good that fucking McCallum took all. Love the kid, but a little chew on making her.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be what? When did you go? Oh, Jesus Christ, Philly. What are you doing?
Oh. I don't know, because me and you got into it. Like, I wasn't scared to like give it to you. Like,
Never.
if you gave it to me,
Yeah.
I'd give it back. But I was usually wrong,
Well,
and
it's all relative, right?
it
Wrong,
was just
wrong at one time, I'd be right another day. So you
I
take
was
it.
just too proud and stuff.
Yeah, you were, and that's the way you should be. You should be
Yeah.
proud.
It wasn't actually like we had a good relationship at the rink and stuff. It was more funny when we were having beers here in the garage,
Yeah,
and then you were roasting me about my game or whatever like that, and I would slam the door and be like, "Fuck you, Foley," and leave.
it's good though.
Oh
It's-
yeah, but then I'd be back here 2
Oh.
nights later.
it's just hockey.
Yeah,
That's it's when you're on the ice, you're actually one of the only places you can commit assaults with deadly weapons and only spend 5 minutes in a box.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
If you took a- if
here's
you-
your
if you
penalty for trying to murder that guy. 5 minutes.
If you took a
Bad.
fucking baseball bat and threw it in somebody's teeth because you're mad at him, right? Like Simon just destroying that guy, whatever, 10 games, 20. It's not it's criminal offense. It is, but on hockey, you're allowed to do it. It's gorgeous.
love it. But yeah, I listened to the podcast before, and you guys brought up the old elite prospects.
Prospects.
Fucking poor Crancy there.
It wasn't even Elite Prospects. I went right back to the league website. It's still all on there, too.
So Kyler's the only non-captain to be on so far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I took over Musey.
yeah. You got to see. Musey's had to
Yeah.
see Kyler. Can you imagine that guy? The power he tried to wheel. It'd be horrible. It'd be great, just Kyler. But if he's got absolute power, that is one guy I know it would corrupt. Absolutely, he would love it. He would mean well. Hey, Dale, like you said, the wall.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
would be he would be a guy that everybody wanted there, but then once he got the seat, the
Yeah.
wall would turn into like a weird place.
Okay.
Me and him penalty killed really well, though.
Okay.
Yeah, we did really well that one year. Like, I think we were single digits on power plays, like allowing goals. Yeah, we did well that year.
Always, stats are what they are, but it's feeling. When you guys were out there, I wasn't worried. I knew, Kyler might even block a shot at that point in his career. He thought, little self-sacrifice, I'll do it. Give it a whirl. See how it works out. But it was more a feeling. I didn't know what the stats were, but I knew you guys would sell out to get the puck to the other fucking end. So that was good.
So I never got a hat trick in juniors. I had bunch of multi 2-goal games. And I remember we were beating Fairview, and I was in our end, and I ripped the puck. Kyler went on a breakaway, and the puck was going in the net.
He touched it.
And he touched it in the crease.
Get
and
out.
Put it
He
in.
would never do that.
I'm like, you fucking guy.
That guy would never do that. Come
Love that.
Chiseling the point, right?
on.
Oh yeah.
I told him. I told him, you get points any way you can. Be dirty, get gross, get bruised, whatever you got to do. So he took it literally. So that's no non-love to you, Kai. Get that greasy goal, you fucker.
Disappointed by the sounds of it.
But now, we had lots of shenanigans on that team, though. Like after hockey, after the players' auction,
After a trip to
Holiday Inn
after a trip to Sexsmith.
Yeah. What do you think? Your memory? What was the craziest shit that happened on that team? Without us being too fucking. We only put him in
The
jail.
one night was the night before player auction, and it was me, you, Musey here, and Brody Brewster was here, but he left, and our radio guy Justin Morissette.
Yes. Jeez.
And so it was just us four, and Justin was staying at the Holiday Inn. And we decided to get a cab down to the hotel where Justin was and go eat all the continental breakfast.
There was bacon there.
We ate the whole thing.
The whole thing, I know.
And once we were done, there was an Adam tournament like going down in Dawson, and they all
little kids came in. Oh.
like 10, 11 years old. And we ate the whole breakfast, and like the parents were just looking at us, and like there was no breakfast left.
We should give them. Do you know who we are? We're the junior B team in Dawson.
Wow.
The
big wheel.
And then
that's not very nice.
Justin went and had a nap. Eric went home, had a nap. And me and Musey went to the Sally Ann. Their Salvation
Got
Army.
the best suits ever.
Went and got horrible suits.
They were good though. Those road suits. Like you could have walked in off any team off Slapshot with those fucking things, and you wouldn't even be noticed. They were so good. Paying homage to the
Reggie Dunlop specials, absolutely.
No, they weren't. It was more like the Twins.
Well, Musey had
that blue one was just like one of the ones the Twins had.
Yeah, like they were like spanky, fucking the coach, Reggie Dunlop, he kept it classy. Like, his car was classy, his fucking leather jacket. He ain't wearing that shit. Reg.
But yeah, no, we just had a tight knit group. Like we all hung out.
Yeah.
Like everyone was pretty close and stuff like that.
Well, as you guys, I always told you, it always doesn't matter what league you play in or whatever. When you're at that age, it's the funnest time. You don't get those, even guys that play, a past junior and to whatever. When you're in junior, those are, you're there 2 to 3 to 4 years with guys, and you're coming of age. Those are the best memories you're gonna have, right? And I made great friends in college. We have did I tell you we're getting inducted to the Bemidji State Hall of Fame, Bubba?
Yes, I think I heard that once or twice now.
Have you heard that before?
You know what? We've heard that. We might have heard that, yeah.
It's a pretty big deal for people that don't even know what Bemidji is. It's a big deal. Now we're going, Bubba.
Just Division 2 hockey or what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
All right, guys.
Yeah, I didn't say I saw the new Superman. You guys seen the new Superman?
I have not.
Yeah, I'm torn.
It looked very 80s Superman.
It was the theme song was, the Donner Superman from back in the day. It was okay. It was okay. I give it a solid B+.
That's pretty good. Okay is not a B+. Okay would be like a C+ or a B-.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a bit.
Your grading system is skewed.
It's a little generous.
Is skewed, yeah.
Yeah,
it was generous. I thought, you know what? I left being entertained, and that was great. But a CGI super dog was a big part of the show, and that was kind of weird. But okay.
Was Supergirl in it?
For 3 seconds.
So it is. They're going back to the 80s crap of Superman.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
and then
Nice
they had
Superman.
they had what they called the Super Squad, which was or super gang, or the super gang, I guess. And it had a Green Lantern, somebody called Mr. Fantastic. I don't really understand what his skills were, and a Lady Hawk girl. And then they had Metamorpho. I don't know if you know your comic book history, but Metamorpho. Yeah.
Oh, that was I had the wrong guy. I was thinking of the guy with the gold helmet, but it's a different guy with way better powers.
No, that's Dr. Fate, isn't it?
That's where I was going toward. But no, that's not Dr. Fate.
No, Metamorpho is like orange and purple and white. Yeah, Metamorpho's skill is.
MCU.
Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. Isn't Mr. Fantastic the stretchy guy from Fantastic Four?
Oh,
I don't know.
No, I think he's Reed. He's Reed Richards, the Elastic Man, or something.
Elastic Man, yeah.
Mr. Fantastic is Reed Richards. Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Rosie's right again.
Rosie's
right again.
You're right. He was Mr. Fantastic.
All right. Wait. No. Now Bubba has to listen to everything Rosie says as truth, and now you are the same. Whatever Rosie says is truth.
It's true.
And that's what you have to deal with now.
I guess it's different because it's DC, not Marvel. That's where you were.
That's right.
Yeah. I didn't catch that. That was kind of a punch in the face towards the Fantastic Four coming out. They came out first with Superman, and they have their own Mr. Fantastic. Well, that's interesting.
It looks not good either.
Yeah. The new Fantastic Four, the trailer. No. I hadn't actually seen anything on it, but the trailer was at the movie theater. Yeah, I'm not grokking that at all.
They're going back to like the cinematography, like comic book, like without any depth. Like just white page, a lot of color, and like pretty half-ass writing. They're going back there, where
Yeah.
The Marvel universe is what it is. There's some great, there's some good, there's some bad.
Yeah.
But at least it's gritty, and that's where I thought the DC was going with this last little bit, and then they're coming out with this now.
Well, I mean, Suicide Squad, the second one, I thought was really good. I thought the Peacemaker show on Crave, if you've seen that, was really good.
Yes.
That's season 2's coming out, by the way.
But they're staying, like you said, they're staying dark there. Like they're, it's still a glowy set and lighting or whatever. But there's horrible things that happen. So it kind of balances itself out.
I thought Peacemaker was really good. I don't know. Superman was okay. We'll see what the next one brings, I guess. I saw Thunderbolts too, and I thought Thunderbolts was actually not bad. I didn't like the end. They always have to have the big fight at the end, and I thought the Thunderbolts big fight at the end wasn't that great. But the play up to it was pretty good, I thought.
Who were they fighting?
They ended up fighting one of their team. They fought Bob. So Bob was turns out Bob's Superman, basically. He's got all the skills and all the powers, and they find him in a crate, and then he's kind of like this weird dude that's hanging around, and then at the end it turns out he's the big bad, but then they fix him because it turns out he just needed to have feelings, and that makes him better. I guess.
Oh, that sounds
you gotta watch it. He had psychological problems, depression, overly emo.
All right. Well, since
go ahead.
Dan. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say that when Superman's depressed, the world's gotta watch out, man.
Imagine if Superman had bipolar disorder. One day he loves humans, the next day he's like, "Fuck these dummies." Wouldn't have been a very good series. It'd be over whatever the switch would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then people would just be walking on eggshells around him, right? Because one minute you wouldn't know, Superman's fine, and the next minute he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this whole continent." That'd be bad.
It'd be horrible.
It would be.
All right, let's transition back to some hockey and get you guys' opinions on a couple of contracts. It's been pretty
Oh.
quiet as a whole, but we've got two notable signings. First, Seattle Kraken re-signed Capo Caco to a 3-year, $4.525 million contract, which, for a guy who's, barely reached 40 points, I guess he's done it twice now. Seems like a little bit hefty to me, but
He does more away from the points. Watch him in Edmonton. He was a force all the time out there.
Yeah.
So if you get 40 points and still just, keep people, hemmed in their own zone, getting hit every single time he's around there. If he does that and 40 points, it's a pretty bad lead.
Yeah,
Edmonton has
He's
one.
he's on the Kraken, so that they've got some support for him. But at the end of the day, it's a really good player.
the Kraken
team
is a
where
much
they-
better place for him to be right now than New York was. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Because
but
in New
still,
York, they weren't giving him the right opportunities, and
not a contender on the Kraken. That's what I'm saying. But he's carrying them.
neither are the Rangers. So
Young kid too, right? He's gonna have that next 3 to 5
24
years.
years old. So
Yeah, like I said, 3 to
24, yeah.
5
Yeah.
for his
Well,
position to put some pucks in that. Seattle's made some pretty hefty moves. They're not gonna be an easy team to play against.
no, that's probably true. All right, so we're in agreement that it's not bad.
Well,
Not bad.
Well,
at all.
I think the other
I-
thing that you have to look at though also is what's out there for teams to get right now. Like there really isn't a heck of a lot. So if you're the Kraken, it's not like you can spend that money on someone else who's going to be that much of a performer. I mean, he's probably the best that's out there. If he was even out there, he's not out there. That's what I'm saying. It's like the number of quality players available at this time isn't as high as some other years. So, and
Yeah.
a lot have been wrapped up already.
All right. Then the other contract is Gabe Velarde. 6 years at $7.5 million per.
who do you go to?
He
Winnipeg, state of Winnipeg.
Or Winnipeg? Yeah, why not?
$7.5 million bucks.
That's
You got to overpay in Winnipeg.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're overpaying. I mean, you look at the other guys making the same kind of money he is, and it's Jason Robertson and Matthew Nyes and Brock Besser.
Lardy.
And I don't
Stay
quite
healthy.
think he's.
If he can stay healthy, he's taking obviously a great salary, no doubt about it. But he knows he's got to prove himself.
Yeah.
And he's got to play, fucking 70 games. And he hasn't been able to do that. But when he is in the lineup, that Winnipeg Jets team was way better. Like, way better. He's a big body, great hands. He's a Mikko Rantanen. Like,
Great power play guy.
great power play guy, but he's like 3 levels below Mikko. But even 3 levels below is still going to be a 60 to 70 point guy. If he's healthy, easy. And he's got good touch.
It's just the only
Just-
season he's put up any kind of real points. Kind of one of those, like, oh man, like, is this really the player they're getting or not? And like you said, injury issues he's had up until now.
Yeah.
Could have only played 40. I mean, played 71 this year, but only played 47 the year before, and 63 and 25 and 54. Like, he's
How
not.
many play this year?
He did play 71,
What was his points?
61 points. So,
Just under a point a game on the wing.
Yeah.
And a big body. Yeah, no, he's right where he needs to be.
but only one. I don't know. I just look at the other guys, like, you compare for that same kind of value, you can have Jason Robertson, who's an 80-point guy, who's had 80 points or better in 4
What
straight
was his name?
seasons. Jason
Who's that?
Robertson.
Yeah, it's soft as fucking baby poo, too. Teams know it.
Yeah.
Teams know it. You watch him play. Regular season, when it's a 7-3 game, the guy's got 6 points.
He's Marner 2.0.
No, at least Marner. He
No.
battles. He might always battle the right way, but he battles. That we're watching Dallas. I'm like, that is. He's not even that he's lazy. He's just not engaged. You can tell when you have one hand on your stick and you're just poking all the time. I've never seen that guy drive through anybody, unless they're fucking Dion Phaneuf not looking. That he's willing, but I've never seen him be physical at all. I think they know it. What do you can't, if you have a really deep team, you're gonna have him. If you don't have a really deep team, he can't be one of the pillars. He's just not that guy.
But the other one's Nyes, and I mean Nyes has got 2 consecutive good seasons in him, and is still going, and he's the same kind of money too.
Whatever, Robert's making, it became because of the season he had, and he is now who he is. Nyes is on the way up. That guy's either plateauing or getting put with good line, and obviously there's skill there. There's no doubt about it. But he's got to be put in the right situation to. I think Dallas has figured it out. Everybody's catching up with the Panthers, right? You need depth, you need grit, you need 3 lines that will get you a point a game, and a 4th line that'll rattle everybody else, and maybe a half to a quarter point a game. 3.5, 3.25. It's 3.25 goals just without expectation. You're going to get it out of those group.
Well, and Robertson's kind of that, Marner light, kind of kills it in regular season, but doesn't have that playoff-esque type of grit. And
playoffs, they take time and space away from you, right?
Yeah.
You don't have time. You don't have space. You got to be able to sacrifice to move a puck into certain areas. And if you're not willing to do that, you're not willing to play hockey at any level in the playoffs. Where, even watching I've said it before here, my niece's AAA midget fucking provincials. It was such good hockey. They moved right. They did everything right. It looked like good hockey in the late 80s, early 90s. Because they were hooking and they were blocking out, and that's good. If you're not willing to bust through a check or, hold up a guy so they don't get to have a free rein and a big hit on some poor bastard who might make the wrong turn, that's, it's part of it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta, the kind of hockey players I like, and I mean, it's not the Robertsons and the Marners of the league for sure. So,
What's your take? Roberts or Marner? Dale? Impaler?
I would take Marner.
Bubba?
treat them both.
Oh,
Rosie.
did you just say trade them both?
Yeah, he's such a hard ass.
I
If you
hate
don't weigh 220, if you don't weigh 220 and he's 6'3", Bubba's got no use for you.
I don't want players that put that kind of numbers together in the regular season and get me to the playoffs. I don't need them. Correct.
The reality is, yes, you have to get to the playoffs, and yes, that point total
Yes, you
is
do.
there. But if you're still nothing in the playoffs, you're a nothing hockey player.
You remember Barter in the World Juniors? Do you remember how many shots he blocked in that one power play or penalty kill? It was 3. So when the chips are down, I think the kid, at that age can do that. Drop down and do that. I think he's in a bad place. I think he goes to Vegas. He's not, getting chewed up every day, and he finds some, tranquility or calmness.
Some testicles.
I don't think it's testicles with him. I think he's just hesitant. I think he hasn't been put in a situation where you just go. He's got, 2 guys for sure, Nylander and Matthews. That you watch that, what was it, last year, whatever the movie was, and Nylander just crush him, which I loved. On the bench, and that's when Nuge threw his gloves, got a little pouty or whatever. But I think if he doesn't have that, because some guys don't react well to that. when you have that much talent and you have a will, which I do believe the kid does have a will. You put him down in Vegas, I think he hoists a cup before Matthews.
I'm honestly not sure Matthews is ever going to host one, as long as he stays in Toronto.
Yeah, I think that's a
That media kills them.
I think they're 60 years from their last Stanley Cup for a reason, and I think they're going to continue to be there. I think you've got this year and next year where they're going to make the playoffs and be steady, and then I think you're going to see another drop off because you got too many guys that are aged.
Probably pretty accurate. Well, they moved a ton of salary out with Marner. They can grab, two like second line guys or a 3-4 defenseman and a second line guy with that kind of money. And that's where Toronto needs to go. They need to start building not just these fucking 4 or 5 guys that can kill you. It's the next line, the next line, the next line. 3 pairs of defense that don't kill you. They got goaltending. That's what they need to do. They don't need to spend it on, another superstar. They've got superstars there. Right? Which team wouldn't love to have fucking Matthews, Nylander, back in the day, Tavares, now Nyes. Like, that's 4 of the most elite players in the league and all at different things. But they just can't get it together. So I do believe they should use that money to grab, some sandpaper, some, top. You can't have $3 or $4 million guys. You need to have a $5 million to $6 million. Somebody who matters. They can jump in from one line to the next. Defenseman, like I said, he needs to be able to do everything. But doesn't everybody want that? I think.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, they got to finish building their second and their third line, because I think that's what you got right now. Is you got a line and a half of up in the high end, and you got a line that can play fourth line, but you really don't have any third line, and your second line still needs a little help.
What do you think's closest, Rosie?
With
Florida, who do you think can actually go at him and give him something to worry about?
And they've kind of rocked them the last 2 years in a row, but in the East, Carolina. And I think Keandre Miller, he didn't really get a chance in New York, kind of like what Capo Caco.
And one of the best things was fucking Seth Jones going from Chicago to Florida and being a world beater. The best guy on the ice in a couple of those games.
Yeah, if you were to put a Keandre Miller against pair him with Jacob Slavin, who makes your
how are the Rangers not developing these kids? How many good defensemen have they been trading away? They've been doing it for the last probably 5 years. I don't know. I think it's worse than playing Toronto, in my opinion. Because it's not the media. It's, you're in New York, for fuck's sake. You're crazy. What do you think, Bobs? Are we done?
No. Just.
Oh, do you have something else?
Just
What's
trying
the other
to
thing?
think about what we're saying here, and I think what it comes down to is you've got a GM there that's never really done the job until he went there, and just doesn't really understand how to put a team together. Because you've got all these, and he keeps doing it, bringing in these aging guys to fill your top 3 lines, and just never giving those other guys a chance.
I think the league's younger for a reason. Those kids work out so hard. They're prepared. They're not men yet, but they, have good attitudes. Yeah, I think the league's changed a ton, and we should keep giving these kids these opportunities and making the league fast, making the league fun. But put a little bit of Canada versus US into it. That's still good. Everybody still talks about it right now. We'll talk about it forever. And the score is what it was. But that, first 9 seconds was like epic.
Absolutely.
So the NHL needs a little more of that. And we don't need stage fights. Nobody cares about those. The guys that have to do it, it's not fun on them, right? They know they got this guy, whatever. But, when shit happens on the ice and you don't feel that, the Stripes have got it right, you should be able to get retribution.
Yeah.
Because you got to keep it level. That's what we've taken out of the game. I like it, though. Live by the sword, die by the sword kind of shit.
When was the last time we had any kind of international event where we're still talking about it 5 and 6 months later?
Yeah. Or about an international event when the Russians and Team Canada went at it.
Yeah.
The juniors were there in
1972. Oh, I guess that one there. 1980.
Yeah.
86? 88?
I guess people
87
sort of
Canada
talked
Cup.
about this year's Four Nation Cup, but not really. It was important at the time for Canada to beat America.
But
I thought it was the most.
If you're watching sports, they're still talking about, like, on the like sports centers and those kinds of things. They're still talking about it every once in a while. Like, and that's old news, and yet they are still talking about it. Whereas, when was the last time the Olympics were talked about more than 5 days after the Olympics were done?
I think there's still, if you were talking about, top 5 goals of all time, Crosby's golden goal in 2010 is a big one.
No, top 5 of fucking shit up. We're talking, like fights or, badass, like fucking Clark's smashing Hermalov's fucking ankle.
Philly versus Russia when they came over.
Yeah. That's one of the meanest things ever. It's great.
Bertuzzi clubbing that dude back in the day.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
That wasn't. No, it was Marty McSorley. So Bertuzzi. No.
He sucker punched.
Oh, more.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah. I fucking
he shot Naslin.
Right.
I think it did that guy in. Like Moore didn't play again, I don't think.
No. It sucks. That part is horrible. I don't never want to see anybody hurt, but this situation was not Bertuzzi's fault. That's been happening, forever. There's just the way the guy landed and how he got landed on, and being out cold going to the ice. Lots of guys have done that. It's not that big a deal. But that's what we're talking about, was like the badness. Were we not, Bubs?
Or even just talking about it as a whole. Like, even if not just the badness, but genuinely just talking about an international event where it's still talked about. And, the 72 Super Series was talked about, and it still is from time to time. But, like I said, an Olympic Series, Canada Cups, whatever you want to call them, they get talked about for maybe the next week, 2 weeks after at most. And then, every once in a while we bring back this goal to look at, or we bring back this one little thing that happened to talk about.
I still talk about Dale Howard-Chuck, tripping a guy in the neutral zone to make sure it was a 2-on-1. And Lemieux fucking roofed that in over the glove.
Yeah, but
it's one of the best goals I ever scored.
Yeah, but you don't hear that talked about a ton on sports centers and stuff.
No.
But and that's what I'm saying is they're still talking about the Four Nations Cup and how important it was and how much it changed things as a whole.
The 96 World Cup where Canada lost to US. Like, that was huge.
Yeah.
For US hockey. It sucks for us being Canadians, but the rosters, you go look at the rosters on both.
Yeah.
Like, that was insane.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying
And
there
they
isn't a
still
lot
talk
of. I'm just saying there isn't a lot of events where where they're still talking about it. Regularly.
Well, the biggest thing about what happened, it was we haven't seen it forever. The three fucking tilts right off the hop.
Yeah.
Right. And it was the US just saying, we're not going to fucking take your guys' bulliness, your shit. We're here. And, the Chucky brothers there and fucking Miller with the text gate or whatever it was, it's fucking awesome. And those guys to even talk about it is even more awesome. Gives a little insight. Back in the day, it'd be like, you'd never know how bad things were or good things were. It was like, fuck, we dump it in, we forecheck, good grace of God, we don't get caught with too many fucking odd man rushes. Where, thank goodness to, a lot of the podcasts or whatever, and making hockey fun. It's good. Did you hear the Principe interview on Chicklets there, Bubba?
Oh, I didn't. I'd love to though.
Oh, it's so good.
Principe is such a character.
He's the beauty. Oh, we lost Bob McKenzie too, not to death, but
Yeah, he retired.
Retired.
Yeah, he retired on his last show was the Free Agent Frenzy on July the 1st.
Yeah. I used to hate Bob McKenzie. He was driving me nuts. The insider. And then the shit, obviously the guys trusted him. And, especially with, being able to do texts or fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And couldn't even imagine the guys that trust him that gave him all that fucking news, be it from fucking the guys running the show to the guys fucking, sharpening skates, the guys fucking making sure the equipment's right. Seemed like he was endeared to all of them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Seemed like it was he did have everybody's trust and certainly had the contacts to continually put out that good information for people.
Said you had some history questions, Bubba.
I've got some today's in history for
Today's in history.
for July
Today's
the
in
23rd.
Okay.
So it is 14 years ago that Amy Winehouse died.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hard to believe it's 14
Okay.
years ago already.
Wow.
27 Club.
What's that?
Forever 27 Club.
Yeah.
Forever 27 Club.
Oh right. She's 27 Club. Yeah.
In 1999, on this day, Eileen Collins, the first woman to go to space, she passed away. In 67, there was big riots in Detroit on this day, which were over the police raiding an illegal drinking establishment, and it was seen as the catalyst to the Black Power movement. And the other one that was
Is this in that Detroit one? Is that what started the? Didn't they have for quite a while, like from about that time until just recently, people would just burn stuff on a regular in Detroit?
Yeah,
Did you-
yeah.
It was like some kind of like house burning. I can't remember the name of it now, but is that what it started or no? It was something different.
Well, I think that's something different, but it's
Okay,
still
but
it's still one of those things that's, like I said, catalyst for the Black Power movement in the U.S., which was huge, through the late 60s and early 70s. And then finally, in 1903, Ford sold his first ever car. So,
Oh,
122
Fancy.
years ago, that was a big deal.
What's the car?
It was before the Model
Model
T even, so it was just a prototype, essentially.
you know what's crazy to think is that cars have only been around, and planes as well, have only really been around, less than 150 years.
Yep.
And you go to that, you go to before that, and people were always doing stuff with horses. Like for thousands and thousands of years, it was just people with horses and people with chariots or walking. That was it. No
Or yaks.
Or
People rode
yaks.
yaks.
Yeah, yaks. Yep. That's pretty crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
We live in
I mean-
blessed times.
And you think about those first cars and airplanes, and I mean, the first cars were basically a fucking a buggy with a motor attached to it. You could just about go faster walking, but it was a place to start. I mean, the first airplane was just a little bit of wood with some fabric over it and a little motor to get it to take off. I mean, there wasn't anything to it really. I mean, when they came down hard. So,
Hey, brothers.
nothing to protect you. You were essentially protecting the machine around you. So
Yeah. And then those early machines were filled with interesting angles and weird things that could rip your hands or kill you instantly kind of deal. But of course, they didn't go very fast, so that's helpful. But you ever look at those old engines and there's always some crazy flywheel just giving her? It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, and I mean, talk early engines. You got your valve train on the outside of the engine, not inside. It's crazy. Anyway, knowing how much Fully loves cars, we should move on.
We'll stop talking about that.
In fact, we have just about come to that time where we could probably wrap the show up if you guys would like to.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Rosie?
Can I give one little tiny thing that
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
So-
want you to hear. We want to
Always.
hear it.
This is a hockey question.
Yeah.
So I kind of heard it when Jeff Merrick and Elliot Friedman used to do 32 Thoughts, and then Jeff Merrick got relieved or whatever. Do you think the NHL will ever do anything where, how do I explain? If you don't if you don't get penalized for drafting, like for instance, Nathan McKinnon's been with Colorado for what, 12, 13 years now. Do you think they give relief off like one player per team?
So, like,
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so he's in UFA, and then so McKinnon makes 12-6.
what did the
What
NFL do?
what
They
if
called
they
it a
get relief?
franchise player?
What's that, sorry?
The NFL did the franchise player, didn't they, Bella?
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of something like that.
So you could pay him top dollar against cap.
So I'm just saying, McKinnon could have took 15 million or whatever,
Yeah.
or for instance, McDavid, he takes 20 million, but maybe only 15 million get put on the cap.
Count against
They
the
get
cap.
relief because he, like, why should Edmonton get punished for drafting well or other teams?
I don't think it has to do with drafting. It has to do with, just buying hockey teams. So,
No, but what he's saying is, and I know where he's coming from here, is if you've drafted that player, he's playing for your team still, and he is the best player in the league, or best, let's say top 32 because of one per each team.
Yeah.
Does the best player on your team, if you've drafted him, can you pay him what he's worth, and yet get a slight
not take it, not
get a
take
slight-
it on the cap for that.
not take the total hit on the cap for it? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like for instance,
I like guys that take hometown discounts.
It's certainly
Right.
an
I
interesting
do too.
it's certainly an interesting premise, and
Hey,
I'd like to see
but-
how it could work within the CBA.
I don't think we want to follow the NFL's fucking. Quarterbacks are such a
Yeah,
such
no,
a
no,
position. You
I
lose a
think
quarterback,
this
you're
is further
done.
away from from the franchise tag that way.
No, but that's exactly what it is. You're taking one player that you can be not exempt, but have a cut on the salary cap, so you make him your franchise player.
No,
Where-
that's not the way the franchise
I-
player works. In the
Oh, how does it
in
work?
the NFL, you can put the franchise tag on the player. He is then
Yeah.
the highest paid player at that position.
Yeah.
and he's not allowed to turn down the salary.
From the
But
team.
it's correct, but you can only do it 1 or 2 seasons, and then you have to make a deal with him, for whatever he wants. I mean, you don't have to; you can let him go, but
Yeah, I think
you're
the
forcing
NH
him to take the highest salary in the league at that position. You know,
Yeah, that would
it's harder.
suck that-
It's harder to do in the NHL because at the same position you've got multiple guys that do things so differently. You know, the
I
NFL.
imagine poor fucking, you know, McDavid having to sit there for another 5 years while, you know, he just watches his team deteriorate. That's not fun for a guy.
Listen here.
The organization shouldn't be able to dictate
This, yeah, and that's
superstars'
this isn't what Rosie's talking about. What Rosie's talking about is to be able to sign that guy for the $20 million he's worth, but only 15 of it then to have to count against the cap so that they can keep a better team around them.
So then that 15 million can go to a decent.
Well, no, I get it. I just don't like, you know, as long as the player agrees to it, for sure, whatever.
Yeah, no.
Help out the
This is
team.
what we're talking about.
I don't want anonymity for the owners going, okay, I'm putting a franchise tag on this guy. He can't
Yeah,
go
no. That's not what he's talking about. He's literally talking about the ability to do this and get cap relief from it, so that you, as an incentive to keep your draft picks.
Well, that's what I was just saying. As long as it's something that the players agree with, it can happen.
Absolutely, and I mean,
Right. If they don't agree to it, then it's probably not the best for them. So,
and if honestly, if you take a look at it, and I mean, we can use McDavid's case right here. So he signed it for $20 million, only 5 counts against the cap. That's another $15 million to go and keep his team relevant around him. You know, that's. I mean, why? How would a player of the
because McDavid is the
No.
only guy other than McKinnon that would deserve that. There's nobody else in the NHL that you could put that moniker on
Sidney Crosby
and make sense of it. Not no more.
No, but
Yeah.
I mean, he could have done
That
that.
was back in the
He
day,
could have done
yeah.
that his whole career and earned more money.
But again, he's a generational guy, so that only works with generational guys. So if you put, you know, a fucking franchise fucking center on Sebastian Aho, you're fucked. You're fucked. You can't make your team better. You got this guy. No. I don't think it's right.
Well, you got that cap space to put in.
You got that cap
But you
space
have-
to help out around him.
But how long does Sebastian Aho got to be at whatever the highest fucking dollar value is for how many years?
But you're not pay, but don't forget, that would have to be negotiated. It could be a 3-year.
I
It
don't
could
get
be.
I don't get it. It's too much.
It's a complicated issue. There's no question, and it would be
I
a
don't get it.
complicated solution to make it all work.
Like I said, if the
But-
players wanted it, it was a good idea to already be in here. It's not.
Yeah.
So
The idea behind it, and what Rosie's talking about makes sense to me, and would definitely help.
The Winnipegs.
It would help the Winnipegs for sure, and it would help. It'd help the Oilers too. You know,
we put in Winnipeg as a franchise player.
That's what I mean. Like Scheifele, he was the first pick ever in 2011.
Yeah.
So even though I don't know if he's not the highest paid.
But in
but
this
because
scenario,
he
he
did
has
the-
to
He's been there for like say past because 26 is UFA. He signed another contract. So why can't a portion of his contract be kind of like
be. Again,
Yeah,
because
it-
not every player is as valuable to their team as certain guys. And so you shouldn't be able to dump salary just
But it
because.
doesn't have to be your top team or like top.
But it's
player.
going to be every.
Would you
It
get
would-
to
it
double
would-
the
it
salary
would
and
A,
It
have
could
to
be
be
any
the-
player. So you're going to just make the rich richer, is what you're going to do. You're going to kill the. You know, so what? They get another 15 mil.
it
Which
would,
ain't gonna
it
make
would let them
huge
spend
difference.
more money on your third and fourth line guys to
But-
fill in.
Yeah, but where are all these players going? So they're bringing guys out of the minors now. They're going to be there's already third and fourth players in the league, so nobody's going to switch around that much. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? You're not making your team better just by wrangling third and fourth line guys, unless you're already like what would Florida do? Do you think they're going to fucking let anybody move? They don't care. They're fine. Like I said, to make the richer teams richer, it works, but it works for nobody else in the league. So I don't think it'll ever pass. Just saying.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. This has been Barium Podcast, episode 22, with Bubba Roode, Fully, Dale the Impaler, and thank you, Connor, our very special guest today, Connor Rose. You can find our podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Thanks, everybody, for listening.